Okay. Alright, so, welcome everybody. I'm josephjoestar316, and this is Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes on PC. I will be running all 7 missions, stealth no kills, on normal, which includes the main mission entitled Ground Zeroes, as well as 2 bonus missions, Deja Vu and Jamais Vu. I am joined by Mayu. Mayu, how are you doing?
Hello! I'm doing amazing. I'm really hyped for this run because it's awesome. It's a short game, but it's really nice.
Yes, it is indeed a short game, but it is very challenging, and especially when you're trying to complete each mission without being detected and without really killing anybody. And we'll go over that on what that means. So I'm going to start as soon as I click OK, so it's going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Good luck!
Alright, so to summarize what Ground Zeroes is, it is basically a 7-mission demo into what is Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. It uses the same kind of, graphics engine, open world, sort of. But the very first thing I'm going to be doing is sprinting to avoid a spotlight and a guard, which I failed to dodge the guard. So
mission failed successfully.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. It's a very tight line you gotta make, because what you're trying to do is, as soon as you load in the map, like, guards are starting to move about, they're resuming their patrols, and you're also trying to get underneath this spotlight tower, which, wow, I got caught again. Oh boy, this is wonderful.
This run is really ruthless if you're playing stealth no kills, because sometimes the guards are blind and sometimes they spot you from 10 million miles away.
Alright, I assure you this is more than just getting caught in the first 20 seconds, 20%. Okay, there we go. Yeah, see, like I said, what you're trying to do is you're evading a spotlight that's scanning from side to side, while also trying to avoid a guard that's turning his head around, and that's the guy who kept catching me. Now, on to the mission. So, what we're meant to do is rescue Paz and Chico, which the game tells you to go for Chico first, but that's way too slow. So instead, what we're going to do is run up the middle of Omega Camp and go to Paz first, because 1, the middle of the base is wide open when you first start, and 2, it's going to allow for Morpho to come in a certain way, which I am now giving him a head start. Oh wow, that's also great. So yeah, sometimes that happens. I get a little impatient and the guy's just like, hey, what are you doing down there? So thankfully the estimate is generous given things like this that can happen. So we're just gonna give Morpho another head start.
Like, you should really listen to them. You should stay out of sight.
Yeah, Kaz tells me a bunch of things, but I just tend to ignore them. Okay, there we go.
Also,
oh, go ahead, man.
Also, using your binoculars, he told you at the beginning. I never see you use them in this mission, but apparently they are important.
Oh, I mean, they become important in the next mission, but again, I just ignore them in this one. So, we're making our way into the admin building now, while just holding up that guard. So, Paz is right in this basement, so before we go in, we're going to shoot that corner, which is going to get 3 out of the 4 guards down here to just look up at it. Then we're going to trank that one. And we're gonna hold up 1, 2, all 3 of them, and there's Paz. And just before we interact with the cell, we're gonna redirect Morpho from the bottom of the island to the middle, which is gonna speed up his arrival time. Then we're gonna throw a flare, which these guys are gonna kinda react weird to flares. One kinda stares at it, the other one kinda, ducks for cover. Okay, then we're gonna throw yet another flare, which is going to redirect him from the middle to the closest LZ right here. Okay, then we're going to reload our gun, sprint through the door, and look at that! I'm sprinting at full speed while carrying Paz in my back. You're not really supposed to be able to do this, but when you try to offload a prisoner while running like this, they just disappear!
It's magic!
It really is magic.
So what Joe was doing there is called the waiting stitch. How you're doing it, if you open the door and try to reload at the same time, the game just gets confused. Really confused. And somehow it thinks you don't have pass a trigger on your shoulders anymore, which lets you run in full speed.
Yep, pay no mind to that tank just going into the ocean and the barrel blowing up. We're creating a lot of chaos right now while trying to go for Chico now. And we use that tank to get over here fast while just maintaining our cover. Oh, we got lucky. So when that guard ran out like that, he actually opened the gate for me. Normally it is locked, and you would lose a few seconds having to pick the lock yourself. And just like with Pies, we're going to do the weightless glitch again. Okay, then I'm just going to keep an eye out for any guard nearby, possibly. Okay, I don't know where he is, but... Oh,
He's
I guess
gone.
we're clear, yep. Yeah, sometimes he can be up in the cliffs, you know, kind of lurking. And that is the main mission. Oh, look, there he is.
Oh!
Yeah, he just wanted to say hi.
I mean, he was like, hey, I also want to be part of that.
Yeah, I mean, he heard that UKSG was on today, so he wanted to be part of the experience. And, oh yeah, see that tower right there? Yeah, that's not a kill. Trust me.
No, it's not. No, it's...
And if you don't believe me, alright, well, let's look at the score screen here. Alright, so there you go. 0 combat alerts, 0 kills. So you might be thinking, how in the world did all that happen? Well, again, when you blow up things like barrels, with a guard next to it, it does not count as a kill. Likewise, when I blew up that tower with a grenade, as long as the explosion isn't, you know, directly next to the guard, such as your grenade or C4, barrels are the one thing that allows you to get away with stuff. But yeah, so that is kind of the introduction to Ground Zeroes, as well as what leads into Phantom Pain. But I guess before I get into what is coming up in the next 6 missions, I guess, Maya, if you had any messages you'd like to get out there while we sit through all these cutscenes and credits I'm trying to skip through.
Yes, give me 1 second, because, again, I'm totally prepared, definitely.
It's okay. The first mission wasn't exactly nice to me, so we're okay.
Yes. I'd like to remind all of you guys that we still have an incentive going on for the Elder Scrolls Morrowind, where you can choose where you can choose the player character name. Currently, Tiny Tim 78 is in the lead with $210, followed by Archimus by $150. So if you wanna snipe anything, put your own name in there. Please go ahead and donate. It's for a really good cause.
Yep, definitely make that incentive happen. So this is the first of several side ops. We're tasked with taking out Kalaz and Blitz, which again you might be thinking, wait a minute, this is stealth kills. I mean, you can't be doing that. Well, nobody says we can't just shoot the guy in the arm and then we can't shoot the other guy in the arm. I mean, we're just hurting them. We're not really killing them.
No, I
And
mean...
same thing with that barrel. Then we're going to throw a smoke here, which is going to make these guys say, grenade! Okay, then we're going to dive to the checkpoint that we just came from, and you might be thinking, well, what did all that just do? You just shot 2 guys and ran. Well, that checkpoint is going to move the mission forward to where it's now... Wow, look at that. You eliminated Blitz, and you eliminated Glass. I mean, again, it's...
How could you? It's a no-kill run.
Oh, trust me, they didn't count. Oh, look, this guy wants to come with us. It's like, wait for me!
Wait for me, it's for a good cause!
Alright, so again, don't take my word for it.
I'm stunned, boss.
No kills, no alerts. So, what happened is when I shot both of the targets in the arm, it puts them in a down but not out injured state where they're eventually bleeding out. But if you do that, run back to a checkpoint which moves the mission forward, assuming that you eliminated both of the targets you were meant to take out, they just mysteriously died. They disappeared. I mean, I don't know. Someone else could have shot those 2, but as far as the game's concerned, it's a It's a cheesy way of being able to kill both the targets without actually counting it against you, and the checkpoint allows you to just speed up that process. So now we're on to this one, and Mayo, I know you're gonna love this one.
Yes, I love this mission. I mean, basically it's a nightmare for every speedrunner because it's an auto-scroller. Every speedrunner loves auto-scrollers. So you're in this helicopter and you have to escort a person, which we will see in a sec, who's driving a vehicle. You have to make sure that he does not get killed in the process. So you take out all these guards, obviously non-lethal because we are not killing anyone.
Yeah, there's a special VIP we're gonna be rescuing later.
I was hoping that you would do that to hype up the race coming up.
Oh, of course. And then we're just admiring the Moai statue head that somehow got placed up here.
Yeah, how did it get up there? This is also my favorite mission because the music is awesome.
Yeah, this is the time to really just kind of sit back, practice your aim, and jam to some good music. So, despite the fact that it's an auto-scroller by nature, there's things you gotta do to be fast. One being at the very beginning, which was taking out the first set of 4 guards. If any of them are left up afterwards when you get here, they are going to come back as reinforcements, which we definitely don't want that. And in the meantime,
by the way, that guy survived that.
Oh yeah,
he's fine.
I'm sure he's okay.
He's fine.
He's not okay.
He is.
So, we're just trying to take out guards as early as we see them. For some, it's just to keep things moving, but for others, certain segments will not allow you to advance unless you take out the guards on your screen, such as these 3, for example, which I am, okay, somewhat doing decent. Okay, they're gonna shoot right behind that pole over there, as well as the follow-up guard.
Handgun.
Yeah, the Oregon stun pistol is kind of interesting. It's a good weapon, but it's really hard to aim with, especially when you're in a helicopter. Alright, here we go. Now we're going to be jamming it up while protecting this so-called VIP, so get those sour pleases in the chat. Let's go. We are listening to
whatever emotes we have
soundtrack.
enabled, because I don't know which one we actually have enabled.
Because whenever I run this mission, I always play this song.
Yes,
it's just way too good.
I always love it.
So this is the
because of watching you got one of my favorite songs.
Oh yeah, they're okay. Yeah, and like I said, the barrels are really a valuable asset throughout running this game, since you can use it to take out guards without having to like commit resources to like using a tranq pistol or whatnot. And it can take a guard out quickly. And we're gonna try to take out that truck. Okay, there we go. Then we're gonna take out this guy over here. Wait a minute. He kinda looks familiar.
Yes. Do you guys know who this is? Like, he looks so familiar, but I can't pinpoint it.
I don't know, maybe it's the glasses are throwing me off.
Yeah, totally. The glasses, they... I mean, we all know sunglasses and you're a complete different person. Shout out to MGS1.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it gets really hard to focus because of how awesome the music is.
Yes.
Oh yeah, those 2 are fine, and then we're gonna shoot that driver there. So again, this is just more of the auto-scroller. You do want to make sure you take out the Jeeps, because they can ram into the back of our VIP guests and it can actually kill them. And guards, you know, if too many are left up, can also, you know, put them at risk. Alright, so we're going to take out this guy trying to get in the AA gun, which I did not, so that's fine. Because, joke's on him, he didn't get the memo about that AA turret being loaded with blank rounds. So he may seem like he's damaging the helicopter, but he didn't really do anything. You know, he just fired
now
a
you
bunch
can try
of blanks.
again. Cover the target, so.
Alright, so I'm gonna try to get that guard there. There. Okay, there we go.
Have you tried aiming your gun?
You know, I tried to, but I just kind of let it wave about, and if it hits, it hits. Okay, so we're gonna take out that group of 5 there. Really nice. So, sections like this, like I said, are where you want to take out guards quickly because Morphle will not advance until you take out the guards. Other ones are maybe, like, not as mandatory, but it's just good practice. So, we're now going to be disembarking, which, to help prep the LZ, we're going to be taking out these guards as we're trying to descend down here. Okay, gonna take out the guard in the tower, that one right there, and the one on the steps. Alright, there we go. So now this is the part of the mission where it's no longer auto-scroller. You actually have to gotta get out and do something. So we're gonna grab this rocket launcher here. And now you might be thinking, oh no, it's a tank! What could we possibly do? Well, we're just gonna throw 3 grenades here while it's getting, you know, ready to park here. Then we're gonna fire 1 rocket launcher in the back. And just like that,
And kaboom.
kaboom.
The guys in there are fine, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they bailed out. I honestly don't know. But the most important thing of all when running this mission, whenever I stream this, is doing what I call the big boss strut. You know, because he's jamming out to the music.
Yes.
I mean, that's really how these missions were done, you know, back in the day when Big Boss was in his heyday. True story.
He also had the music.
Yes, he did. Okay, so we got our VIP test in the chopper. And we're gonna take out
Gonna
these
get
last
on
set
a
of guards.
flapper? Oh wait, wrong mission.
And now the last thing we gotta do is take out this enemy chopper, which again, you do have to be very careful how you do this, because you don't want to kill the guard that's in the middle, where the door is open. So we're gonna fire at the tail of the helicopter. It will do damage, and it won't be close enough to the guard that's, you know, in that open door right there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this chopper blow up the antenna tower while I quickly change soundtracks, since again, I have to wait. And then as soon as Morphle kind of lifts up, we're gonna aim at the tail one more time, and oh yeah, that guy that just fell down, he's okay. You know, he
He's
landed
fine.
in a building where maybe there was like a bunch of pillars or something in there. He's fine.
And even if he died, you didn't kill him. Gravity and explosion did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the one at fault here. Okay, now we're just going for bonus shots, where you can just try to shoot out these drivers. It doesn't really do anything, but just looks cool. Which I am sadly not getting. You know what, maybe I used up all my good shots throughout the mission, so that's what really matters. So now you might be wondering, who was this guy that we were saving?
I'm really wondering.
We're leaving hot zone. Returning to base.
Wait a second.
He looks
Confirmed. The target
familiar.
is safe.
The hair... that voice...
Snake.
Oh my god, it can't be. Pog.
Guys, you were right.
That was perfect.
Yes, we saved Hideo Kojima. And that is that mission. That was the big surprise. You know, if you played the game before, maybe you would have known, but for those that perhaps were watching for the first time, and when I saw this, I lost my mind. You know, Hideo loves putting himself in the game, and he did it, you know, literally. So, while we get the next mission loaded up, Mayu, I'll take it over to you for any messages you got.
Sure thing. I have too much stuff open. I'd like to tell you a bit about Crisis, the charity we are supporting. So, I would just use their own words to get a brief description. What we do, every bit of our work is integrated and all it contributes to our purpose of ending homelessness. The services we provide are carefully informed through our decades of experience of working with homeless people and the research we've carried out over the years. Our research is driven by our knowledge from working side by side with homeless people every day, and this influences our campaigning for permanent change. And especially right now, when the world is like that with all the COVID, it's really important that homelessness finds an end. So please get these donations in. It's for a really good cause.
Map has been updated.
Alright, so we're just making our way in to grab a cassette tape. There's actually 2 of them you can grab in this one. One's from an agent that's disguised as a Marine, and then there's a fake cassette tape in this tower, which is the one we're going to get since it's faster. So there was a lot happening as I was getting this started, so mainly what it is I'm giving Morpho a head start. Not really to escape with, but to act as a distraction. And then we're gonna throw a smoke in this tower, which is gonna smog up this camera that's fixated on this desk. There's our cassette tape. And then we shot our ricochet round there and at the wall just to distract 2 sets of guards there. And we're gonna hop right off.
I also always hop off like that.
Yes. So you might be thinking, did you leave your stealth camouflage at home? Well, not to worry. If you got a Jeep and a smoke grenade, and preferably some keys, well, you can just throw it in the Jeep while you're driving, and it kind of acts as stealth camouflage. I mean, look, that driver doesn't see me, and neither do these guys.
Really smart.
Now, again, what's happening here is, it's just like a weird thing in the game where as long as the smoke is in the Jeep, the enemies just don't recognize you. It's not foolproof. It will work when you're up too close. But from a far distance, they just see a Jeep smogged. I mean, that's really what it is. And it's a similar thing that you'll see in speedruns in Phantom Pain, where it's the exact same concept of using a smoke in a moving vehicle, like the Jeep. Now on to the next one, which is the one I was practicing a little bit earlier, which is destroying the anti-air emplacements. There's 4 total. You need to destroy a minimum of 3 in order to advance. And the way I'm going to be doing it is going to be fairly risky, but is currently the fastest way to run this mission for this category. So first thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna menu morpho to the LZ on the eastern side of the base. And then we're gonna grab the rocket launcher and assault rifle with the grenade launcher attachment. Take out the first turret. And we're gonna carefully aim to the turret on the left side of the screen. Okay, I missed that one, so I'm gonna try it again. Actually, I'm just making sure that didn't count, and unfortunately I was right, it did.
Oh no.
Yeah, so sometimes that guard just doesn't want to run, and you have to aim off to the side, otherwise it will count as a kill, which that one did. So, it could happen. You know, the guards are really the biggest, you know, like RNG element to deal with throughout this run. You know, there is some predictability in their behavior, but other times they just do certain things for really reasons that will just give you a headache trying to, you know, figure out why they do or don't do what they do. And, oh wow, look at that, I missed the third again. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me see if I still have time to get out, even though I missed it. And I did. Okay,
yay!
That's actually pretty good. Oh, I spoke too soon. The guy's like, hey,
You cursed
wait
it.
a minute. Wait a minute. I saw what you did there, mister. You know, I think it was one of the guys, you know, working on the turrets, and they're like, hey, mister. You know, you got some explaining to do about some of this damage you've done. So we're gonna pretend that didn't happen. Okay, we're gonna try it one more time.
Third time's the charm.
Yeah, there is a backup method if this will not work. It's a little bit slower, but it's a lot more consistent. And wow, look at that, I missed it. Man, you know, this is like the first mission all over again, where it's, you know, sometimes it's just like little things that will just kind of like steer the whole thing off track, but I'm gonna
You got
give it.
this.
Yeah, the estimate is what it is, just because of stuff like this. Just putting that out there. You know, the missions go by quick, but there are plenty of ones that don't when running this game. So, I'm gonna aim at the tower again.
Some missions just can you keep hostage forever.
wow. So, yeah, so with that one on the left, you're trying to aim it a certain way, and, you know, if you aim it a little bit too far to the left or the right, it just will make a difference between hitting it and just missing it by a lot.
Let's go. We all believe in you.
Alright.
Chat is all with you.
Alright, here we go. Alright, so grab the rocket. Assault rifle. Load it up.
Once their destruction is confirmed, military
left.
choppers will descend on the base and the Marines will begin their assault.
Middle, and boom! There we go.
Target destroyed.
First try.
Yeah, fourth try. I totally wasn't counting. So, what's happening when you're blowing all three of those up in that order is the guards are kind of running around in a panic, so they're kind of moving from one side of the base to the other. While in the meantime, a tank is going to be showing up on this road in a little bit, which is why we call Morpho over here. Oh, look, we have another... somebody that sees me.
This is Morpho.
Although I can't see them. Oh, he's behind the cactus. Okay, Okay, actually, I never had this happen like this before, so we're gonna have to improvise right now.
All right, you've destroyed the target. The heliborne assault will commence now.
Okay,
God.
that's what I was afraid of. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
But
checkpoint
I've
it.
never seen that before. I've seen you run that often, but...
You've destroyed the target.
Let's see. Okay, so the tank is destroyed, which is good. Yeah, for some reason that guy was really late,
You gotta be kidding me.
and no, guys, I'm not kidding you.
Picked up unidentified air.
No, the guy was really late, so I was trying to figure out where exactly they were kind of, you know, seeing me from.
3 minutes until
So,
Why can't he see through the cactus?
I don't like the
I mean, the same reason why he's stuck there to begin with. I just can't figure it out. So this mission kind of didn't really go very well at all. So I guess, if you got any messages you like to pass along while I make sure this is still valid, which it is, while we wait for Morpho to pick us up. Oh my god.
Sometimes it's just what it is. But unfortunately right now, I need to drink something. 1 second.
Alright, so even though that didn't really go very well, the whole idea about blowing up the turrets that way, along with using the C4 to detonate it remotely, is so that when you exit, you have a very short flight path to actually exit the mission area.
Sorry, by the way, I wanted to say something and then my throat was just like, nope. But now I'm fine again.
Well, I mean, now's your chance since we have to load the last 2 missions, starting with Deja Vu. So go ahead.
Yeah, but this time I won't directly address the marathon. I will address chat for that. Because currently at so many places at the world, it's really warm. We had heat waves coming up, so please, everyone, stay hydrated. Also, stay safe with all the COVID, which is still going on. And thanks a lot, everyone, for being here, supporting this awesome event by donating, being here in chat, being active, spreading the word. It's really appreciated. So thanks a lot for that.
Absolutely. So Big Boss is kind of tired, so we're gonna let Gray Fox take over.
Was he even alive at this time?
I don't know. I mean, it's ground zeros. Nothing makes sense. So your Deja Vu, in summary, is a MGS1 nostalgia flashback mission where you're meant to recreate scenes from the original game, such as this one. Wait a minute. A chaff and spotlights.
Dun, dun, dun. How many are there in total normally?
There are 6. You need to do 1 just to complete the mission. And again, this one is optional, and I'm totally not advertising for the next run that's after mine. Wait, the power's off. Something's watching me. Oh god, it's Psycho Mantis!
Oh no! Run!
Oh, wait a minute.
Great, you recreated a scene.
Yeah, even Psycho Mantis made an appearance here. Alright, so now we're gonna exit, we're gonna stun that guard. Now, instead of having to crawl through this vent, we're just gonna stand upright and then dive to the end, which is a vent glitch. Which, when you crawl in and then stand upright at the right time, it allows you to go temporarily out of bounds where you can stand while in the vent, and you're not normally supposed to be able to do that. It just saves you about 3 to 4 seconds of crawling to reach the end of the mission. There's a lot of weird things you can do with that glitch. Unfortunately, we won't get
Also,
to see
one
that stuff during the
question.
run. But
Did they implement that just as an homage at Metal Gear Solid 1, where you also have a vent glitch, but this just takes the game completely apart?
wow, it's funny that you say that because there is a vent glitch, 2 different kinds of vent glitches in MGS. Man, dude, this was scheduled so perfectly because there is going to be a race in MGS1 PC coming up, which we are now in the last mission, which, again, we have yet another guest. Look, it's Raiden from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
Eliminate the snack.
You know, he left his sword at home just like Gray Fox, so he's gonna make do with using the sniper rifle to take out these... Wait a minute. Shooting the Marines? Oh, no, wait a minute. These guys are snatchers. Okay, that guy isn't, so we're just gonna shoot him in the leg. Oh, don't worry, he's fine.
Oh, so snatchers are kind of like imposters. I hope Among Us is still popular. So, yeah, they're kind of like imposters. They're like impostering the Marines. You can't trank them, they will instantly get up as soon as you trank them, so you have to shoot them. But you have to be careful that you only shoot all the snatchers, so you have to remember which one are snatchers and which one are Marines.
Yeah,
And
so-
snatchers have these cool glowing effect when we kill them.
Yeah, and it plays a little jingle from the game Snatcher, which again is just referencing another Hideo Kojima title that he was involved in. So we're gonna blow up that barrel, shoot the camera, then I'm gonna say, don't move, and then we're just gonna run him over, because Raiden just doesn't want to wait. So, like Mario was saying, the Snatchers can't be tranked or knocked out, you have to kill them, and you have to not kill the regular Marines, which again, we're gonna take liberty with how we can do that. So the passenger is always the Snatcher, so we're just gonna...
We have no idea where
Oh,
they came
okay,
from.
yeah, maybe I'll just pretend that one hit him the first time. So we're gonna shoot him in the leg, and don't worry, he's fine. You know, they're gonna medevac him out. Yep, there's that Snatcher jingle. So that is the first half where you're meant to neutralize, you know, the 12 guards, which is a mix of, you know, normal guards and snatchers. Now, while we wait for Morpho to fly overhead, we're gonna plant a C4 in that next room over there while we wait for the next sequence to start, which is gonna be nothing but snatchers.
It's kind of like a snatcher guard rush, so you're basically just trying to kill them as fast as possible.
Yeah,
And they are all spawning in a set path, which I can't remember which show.
Yeah, so we grabbed this rocket launcher from that supply shack for this part specifically. So once that door opens, we're just gonna fire a round off there, and then we're gonna detonate that C4 that was planted, which is gonna take out a pair of snatchers that spawn in. Okay, then we're gonna fire right over there, take out those two. Okay, then a helicopter shows up. Now what you're seeing me do with the inventory is when Raiden is reloading the rocket, I am like equipping and unequipping it as the rocket goes in, and this just saves you a little bit of time for like the reloading animation. It's likewise used for like when you throw flares and you swap to another weapon just to cancel out the, you know, the throwing animation cooldown. Then we're gonna fire a rocket there, rocket blows up, or the chopper blows up. And before we end things out, a friendly shout out to
Kojima Productions.
Alright, so time is going to be coming up once we reach the final score screen, which is going to be roughly 30-35 seconds from now, so I'll try to go through this quick. So I just want to thank everyone for watching. Also thank you to UKSG and its organizers for putting this on and having me partake. If you want to learn how to run this game, be sure to check out our community, MGSR. You can join our Discord. You can also check out our website, MetalGearSpeedrunners.com. You can also check out our Twitter page, which is @MGSRunners, and also follow the Metal Gear Speedrunners Twitch channel. If you enjoyed the run for me, You can also follow my channel at twitch.tv/josephjoestar316. So time's coming up in 3, 2, 1,
All right.
now.
Mission clear.
And
Great
that
work.
was speed
You
advertising.
leaving already? I'm gonna miss having a guy like you around.
You know, guys, I'm gonna miss me too. I'm not gonna miss
Yes, we
Kaz,
will
trust
all
me.
miss you. We will all miss you.
But I guess one last thing, since I almost tried to speed advertise, was Mayu. Thank you for hosting and doing co-commentary. What was
Thanks for having me on commentary.
Yeah, what was my final time, by the way?
The final time was 33:57.
All right, so I thought I made the estimate too generous, but Ground
I
Zeroes
also
is
was
an
like,
unpredictable
pretty
game.
generous estimate. Now I'm like, okay, maybe it was okay.
Yeah, I mean, I currently hold the world record for this category at 27:22.
Oh, you do?
Yes. When
I thought
submitted for this,
OCN snuck it.
well, when I submitted for this marathon, One Coolman XOF held the record at 27:24, and just before this event started, I got the record back just by 2 seconds. It is beatable. So I guess friendly shout out to One Coolman XOF for pushing me to get better, to Wakiyaku, and to everybody from the Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero speedrunning chat and the MGSR Discord. Shout outs to all you for grinding the ILs and doing the full runs. You guys make this great. So coming up next, Mayu, is...
Coming up next will be Metal Gear Solid 1, all bosses easy, and it will be a race between Horst Test and Nick RP Green. So definitely stay tuned for that one, it will be hype.
Absolutely. So once again, thank you for having me, and enjoy
Thanks for
the
being
upcoming
here.
race for MGS1 PC. Bye-bye.
Bye!